Who's the leader of the club that's made for you and me? MickeyOXLER. Hey there, hi there, ho there, you're as welcome as can be. MICKEYOXLER, Mickey Oxler, Mickey Oxler. Forever let us hold our banner high.
Hi, hi, hi.
Come along and sing the song and join the jamboree. MICKEY.
See you real soon. Why? Because we like you.
OXLER.
Well, my favorite Mickey story is the time Jerry and I rigged a microphone in Mickey and Pat's bedroom so we could listen to their conversations. I had come across an old public address amplifier from Uncle Chuck from the old hardware store down on Warnell. And I was playing with it, and I thought for a minute, there might be a way I could use this to bug Mickey's room. So in Mickey and Pat's room, between the two twin beds, Mom had a lamp that had a kind of a pot in the middle of it with a styrofoam and a bunch of plastic flowers. So I was able to take the styrofoam, pick it up, and gouge out an area on the bottom and mount a small speaker. Then ran a wire outside the window into our bedroom, hooked it up to the amplifier, and the amplifier then up to a speaker. And so for about a week, Jerry and I were listening to Mickey and Pat talk bad about Mom and Dad and everything else that was going on. So then we had this idea that we could reverse that around and maybe use the speaker to say things, maybe scare them. So we did that, and then I'd hooked up a microphone, and I kind of went, ooh, Mickey and Pat. Well, then we reversed it real quick, and we could listen to them, and they were scared, like, what's that? Who is that? So we would constantly, just for about a week, do little one-word things, Mike and Pat, and scared the hell out of them for several weeks. We had a great time with that, and that's my favorite Mickey story.
My best friend since high school has been Mary Oxler. Over all these years, I've wondered how she could be so normal and her brothers, well, not so much. I remember the first time Mary invited me over to the Red Barn for dinner. I drove all the way from Raytown by myself. My mom thought she lived in Kansas City. She never would have let me drive to Grandview. I rang the doorbell and waited, and then I heard Mary's mom yell, "Mike, get the door!" All of a sudden, the door opened up, and there stood this little kid, staring at me and eating an ice cream cone. That may not seem odd, but the cone was filled with the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. It was filled with yellow mustard. I thought, what a weird little kid.
I have so many memorable moments with Mickey, and growing up with four brothers, it's hard to pick my favorite. There was the getting chalk out of the hall at the Red Barn, cutting the drywall. There was engraving his name in the dining room table. There was shaving his eyebrows off. But my all-time favorite is the chicken up the sweeper story. He and Jerry were feeding the chickens we had won at the pool, and they were chasing him with the tank sweeper. And unfortunately, instead of sucking up the seed, they sucked up the chicken. And of course, according to Jerry, it was Mickey's chicken. That's probably my favorite.
My favorite Mickey story goes back to Red Bridge Shopping Center when they had the playground there. And Jamie Hess hooked up with Mickey, and the two of them weren't getting along very well. They were about to have a fight, but Jamie says, well, now, wait a minute. You got two friends here, and I want to wait till my friend gets here. So I show up about 10 minutes later. Jamie says, I don't like this guy. We're about to fight, and you got to keep these guys off. And I said, Jamie, we got a problem. I said, blood's thicker than water, and that's my cousin, and there ain't gonna be no fight. And it's the biggest fight that never was.
Life is not a journey to the grave with the intentions of arriving safely in a pretty and well-preserved body, but rather to slide in sideways, thoroughly used up, totally worn out, and loudly proclaiming, wow, what a ride. Goodbye, old friend, and thanks so much for taking us along on this ride of yours. We'll see you soon.